All right, 6:26 as we're back in the kitchen this Tuesday morning with Chef Kevin Belton on this. What is it, National Shrimp Scampi Day or month or week?
Yeah, scampi.
Okay.
Scampi basically is
Shrimp.
It's shrimp, langoustine, any kind of crustacean. But you typically think of garlic, red pepper flakes, and parsley.
Sure.
Now, a lot of scampi, they'll use a dry white wine, like a Sauvignon Blanc, in it, which I forgot. So,
Okay.
well, you know.
Improvise.
So I have a little butter in here.
You know we wouldn't have known that you forgot if you didn't
That's
tell
right.
us.
That's right. Okay. You know, I'm trying to help Peyton.
Okay. Well, listen,
Just threw Peyton totally under the bus.
That's all you have to say.
Threw Peyton totally under the bus.
I mean, he gets it.
So look, I have butter. I threw in a little avocado oil to help with the butter. And here's something that we want to do, gang. You know, with garlic, if you slice it, it's a very delicate flavor.
Right.
You know, a lot of times in some of the movies, you see the guys with a little razor blade slicing the garlic.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that Goodfellas?
It's one of them.
Forget
But
his
it's
name.
sliced.
The razor
Slice.
thing for
It's
the
a delicate
sauce.
flavor.
Yeah.
Chop, crush, or press. It's a stronger flavor because it releases more enzymes. But slice. It's a delicate flavor. We're gonna do some red pepper flakes, and I'm gonna let this saute just for a minute. Now, here's what we have. We have our shrimp. I'm using Gulf shrimp. Okay. This is about a 31.40 shrimp. You know, 31 per pound. We're gonna saute our shrimp off, get our shrimp cooked. Then we're gonna take them out.
Okay.
Okay? And then we're gonna go in with some other goodies. Basically, I have some fire roasted tomatoes. You can use fresh diced tomatoes or just regular diced tomatoes. We're gonna saute some spinach. Actually, before I put the tomatoes in, I'm gonna put in the spinach.
Okay. Let that wilt down.
Wilt it down, just a tiny bit of salt. Maybe I might hit it with a little Creole seasoning. We'll get our tomatoes in, and then we'll get in a heavy cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a dish.
We're gonna let that heavy cream saute down. Maybe a splash of pasta water, get a little Parmesan in there.
Okay.
And that'll help thicken that sauce besides the pasta water. And then what's gonna happen is we'll throw our shrimp back in, and then everything is hot and just toss the pasta in the coat.
Right. Very little assembly required.
Yeah, so this is a quick dish. So if you have everything done, if you want, you could have your shrimp sauteed ahead of time. Or if you had a shrimp bowl, you have some leftover boiled shrimp, use those because that'll also add a little different flavor for you.
Ah, we got about 30 seconds left. And then we were talking about this pasta water earlier. You talked about it, but maybe saving you some when you make some pasta, keeping it in the refrigerator maybe?
Yeah, when you boil your pasta spaghetti, pour a little bit in a container, let it cool, and then you can just keep it in the fridge because it does help thicken sauces because of the starch in the water.
All right, there you go. Well, all right. You know we keep Chef Kevin Belton's recipes at the ready at WWLTV.com. You can also watch them in full effect on WWL+. We'll be back in the kitchen at 7 as he's putting the scampi together and whatnot. This Tuscan shrimp. Bring your appetite. We'll see you at 6:30.
Isn't that special?
Church lady?
Yes.
Going out, but